Greetings gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfarers, and welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt Thorium. In this episode, we're going to go up in the elevators. Maybe down. Holy cow. Oh my god, the city's enormous. Trade tower. I want to see if this elevator goes to the same places.
You don't want to pick a fight with me.
Okay. So we cannot use this elevator. It's kind of interesting because if this is the restricted elevator to the Benjamin Bayou penthouse, it's kind of dingy looking compared to the other one. Maybe that's just the way that the light is. And it looks pretty dingy. It should probably make it look sleeker. Maybe it's just how metals are sort of done in this game. Oh jeez. Slayton Aerospace, Xenofresh corporate headquarters, Stroud Eklund corporate headquarters. Let's just go up one by one. Let's go to Core Kinetics.
My boss is gonna kill me if I'm late again.
Hey there.
Ready for some serious firepower?
Yeah. Look at these guns.
What's up?
A mag shear. A mag pulse. That's pretty good. That's better than our 6.5. Let's see if they've got any of that.
We've got plenty of outdoor firepower.
Okay,
Door. Get it?
These are some of the best guns money can buy. Now, if only I had money.
My Generdyne bill keeps skyrocketing. How does anyone expect us to afford this?
You good? This is my happy place. Is that weird?
Great place to blow off some steam.
Take it easy.
Can we try them? I guess that's a negativo.
So, fish for breakfast, fish for dinner. Sick to death of eating fish.
Alright, let's
What can
talk to
I
this guy.
sell you today? Hey, you look like someone who craves serious firepower, yeah?
Yeah!
Well, don't sweat it. I've got you covered.
Covered! You're very French. And you are.
I'm the guy that's about to stick enough firepower in your hands to punch holes in all your problems. And you'll still get home in time to cook dinner. It's all part of my patented 4-step process. You see? I sell you a weapon. You buy the weapon, you shoot the weapon, and you kill your target. Couldn't be simpler. And that's guaranteed.
Yeah, because if it doesn't work, I'll die, so... Gee, I was hoping it wasn't that obvious. Yeah, I kind of like guns too. Or I'll take all the firepower you got. This is a cuter answer.
Nah, I've been in the armaments business way too long. You see, I had you all figured out the moment you walked into my showroom. I said to myself, Matthias, that looks like the kind of person who blow a hole in the wall to get to their goal. I'm talking military-grade, state-of-the-art weapons hardware. Click. Bang. Am I right?
Do you often talk to yourself like that? Or let's just skip the part where skip to the part where I can buy a gun. I'm looking for more click bang. Or this is a hell of a sales pitch.
Only when a steely-eyed weapons wonderkind like yourself graces my place. No. This isn't the sales pitch. This is a game changer. Imagine being completely surrounded by Crimson Fleet pirates with nothing but a magstorm and a few hundred rounds. You wouldn't even break a sweat. You, my friend, are perched on the edge of infinity. And Core Kinetics would love to come along for the ride. So what do you say?
Oh, you sell our Core Kinetics weapons? Well, of course. Don't tell me you actually sell a lot of guns using that bit. Or, whew, I need to lie down after that. Or, I say I'm ready to buy some guns.
Of
I'll ask the
course.
questions first.
And you want to know why?
Because they're the best, that's what he
Because
says.
that's all you'll ever need. We're the first and last word in weapons tech. You point, you fire, the target's vaporized. You and me both, my friend.
Ooh.
You and me both.
Are you hitting on
Let's get you tooled up and on your way.
Are you always this amped up?
You think this is amped up? You should see me after I take a hit of Aurora. Maybe chase it with a couple cans of blend. Huh. Once I start flying, I could sell a mag launcher to your grandmother. Skills, baby. It's all about the skills.
What can you tell me about Core Kinetics?
Imagine the #1 gun manufacturer in the settled systems. They sit right at the top of the list, the best of the best. You got that in your mind? Okay. Now, Core Kinetics. We are chilling one step above all of that. Nothing else even comes close to eclipsing our deadly mag tech. You think I'm bullshitting you? Buy one of our guns. Slap in a magazine. Squeeze the trigger and feel the pull. There's no sensation like it in the galaxy. Feel the pull. I like that. I think I might use that as a slogan in our next ad campaign. Damn, I'm good.
What exactly is MagTech?
It's what the brain guys call the magnetically assisted projectile systems. That's the heart and soul of all our weapons. Those wizards managed to figure out how to push a solid slug out the end of a gun faster and more accurately than a conventional bullet. Some folks call them railguns, but I personally hate that name. This ain't no steam train. This is MagTech. And it'll put holes in concrete.
Alright, let's mind if I browse your inventory.
This stuff will put holes in anything.
Okay, weapons. Mag shot. Mag or mind tear. Whoa, that is a big price tag. Frenzy, small chance to frenzy a target. That's probably not really useful. It's not a great amount of damage either. Poison storm. That's also not a great amount of damage. I need more. See, 53, that's nice. Yeah, not gonna do it.
Remember, if you've got the creds, we've got the core.
It's 10. How did I get that one? I want that one.
Great place to blow off some steam.
What's up?
Mag pulse. Let's go back and
I
ask.
call this place a one-stop kill shop. Catchy, right? You to buy some weaponry? I'm your guy. The showroom is yours, my friend.
So we're looking for the mag pulse. There isn't one.
All right, well, don't be a stranger.
Well, maybe they'll get it later. Maybe we're just too low level or something. Let's go upstairs. Check out this area here.
If you're looking for some firepower, talk to Matthias. He'll help you out.
There's a lot of people in this game named Matthias.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment. Are you gonna let me work, or are you gonna keep bothering me?
You have
I
the
don't
same
have time
voice.
for this. Talk to my secretary if you need something.
Are you the secretary?
What? I'm working here. Are you supposed to be here?
Well, there's not like a door.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet. If you want to talk, you'll have to schedule an appointment.
I'd expect a locked door if this was sensitive in some way. No magazines that I can see.
can't talk. I've got a deadline coming up.
Alright, I guess there's nobody to talk to up here. Let's move to the next place in the tower. What is this? Contemplate roads? Wait, what? I'm confused. Alright, next stop in the tower. Let's go.
there.
So core, and then we're at Generdyne. Hi.
Yeah, what? Is this important? I'm really busy right now. Let me save you some time. If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. If you're here about the conduction grid tour, we shut it down a year ago.
What's the conduction grid?
See that big yellow thing that's draped over almost the entire city? That's the grid, or what the locals call the span. Besides looking like some sort of madman's modern art piece, it's actually the main source of the city's power.
A tour would have been nice.
Well, like I said, it's shut down. Had to cut the entire tour staff too. Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you, but I've got a ton of problems and no time to deal with them all. I'm afraid that things aren't going terribly well around here.
Why are you being so open with this kind of sensitive information? I don't want to dissuade him from telling us these things. It looks like you're doing fine to me, or I would have expected this company to be making a fortune. If you don't mind talking about it, I'm willing to listen. We'll go.
I don't care if I'm allowed to or not. I'm happy to get this off my chest. The conduction grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, we haven't developed a single groundbreaking innovation. At this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development division.
Are you in charge around here?
Unfortunately, no. I'm in third on the corporate ladder. One step above me is Ayumi Komiko. She's the COO of the company. And then there's Kaito Harada, our esteemed CEO who never seems to be around.
The conduction grid is Generdyne's only product?
No, of course not. We still produce smaller power systems and backup generators, but nothing even close to the magnitude of the conduction grid. Generdyne needs to come out with something spectacular to put us back on the map. If not, we'll remain stagnant forever, or worse.
Breaking even is better than going out of business, or I can't imagine your superiors are happy about this. It sounds like you need a new person in charge of R&D. Well,
You'd think that, right? The problem is that Brayson Bayu, Administrator Bayu's brother, is currently heading up the R&D division. I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems or electromagnetic technology.
okay. Then how did Brayson get the job in the first place?
Isn't it obvious? Administrator Bayu clearly leaned on Ms. Komiko to get his brother hired. It's nepotism in action.
Okay, so I'd have to say you have to man up and fire the guy, or surely there are other scientists working at Brayson's side, or so you don't have much of a choice. We'll just ask
I
this.
can give you 117 reasons. Our employees. If Generdyne goes completely under, how many of them will lose their jobs? How many might get cut in a restructure? My position puts me in charge of the welfare of our personnel. I can't in good conscience allow that to happen to them.
You have to man up and fire the guy, or surely there are other scientists working at Brayson's side, or you don't have much of a choice. Well,
Of course there are. But so far, Brayson has suppressed most of their work through pure jealousy. Look, I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on, but I'm willing to take a chance.
All right.
I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayu, but I don't know if he can be trusted. What do you think I should do?
What exactly does the report say?
It describes my aggravation with how badly Brayson Bayu is running the Research and Development Division. I'm also including a list of all the failed experiments he's greenlit, and how much they've cost Genodyne as proof of his incompetence. I'm praying someone as financially successful as Administrator Bayu might be able to put aside his ego and look at this from a business perspective.
I don't think he will. I honestly don't know what you should do. Administrator Bayu is a dangerous man. Bury that report. Or, if you're worried about this company, then send the report. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I get it. You don't want to get involved. Typical. Look, I still need to put the finishing touch on these reports. If you change your mind and you can help me decide, I'd really appreciate the help.
Why aren't the conduction grids in every major city? Can you tell me how the conduction grid works, or where did Genodyne get its start? Well, let's just go through all of them.
Genodyne was founded in 2232 by the original designer of the conduction grid, Felicia Corbin. Working from her facility in Neon, it took her almost 25 years to get the conduction grid up and running. That was Genodyne's first and last major success.
Can you tell me how the conduction grid works?
The span above the city is outfitted with a specially developed electromagnetic absorption system. When a lightning discharge hits the span, the energy is instantly distributed across the grid to prevent overload. The energy is then transferred through a series of polyphasic capacitors and rectifiers to ensure all of the negative and positive strikes are equalized. At this point, the energy is clean, and it gets stored in massive storage cells in Neon's underbelly, from which it's parceled out and used for power.
Why are there conduction grids in every major city?
That's an excellent question.
There's not enough light.
And the answer for it is surprisingly simple.
Yeah.
The conduction grid is only effective in lightning-rich environments. That's why Volii was chosen as its primary development site. Genodyne has always hoped to adapt the grid's absorption technology for other applications, but nothing public has ever been announced.
Sounds pretty straightforward.
It was great speaking with you.
I could really bend your ear when you got a moment.
Yeah, we can talk. Come on. You don't have to be in the elevator. Or I guess you can.
You know, traveling with you has been something else. But the best part is when we're charting course for the next jump. I never feel at home planetside. How about you?
Actually, I can't do this right now. I don't give it much thought, or space is the only home I need. Or I like anywhere as long as I'm with you. Oh, that's so tacky. They both have their charms. We'll go with this.
Now that's the right answer there. See, the people I don't get are the ones who never go anywhere. They stay in their own hometown, they just live and die there. There's a whole galaxy full of wonder and things you could never imagine. How can they be satisfied with one tiny sliver of it?
People have different priorities. That doesn't make them wrong. Or not everyone gets the opportunity. Or if they only knew what they were missing. I think he'll like this answer.
I mean, right? I think everyone should at least get out once. And go someplace, meet people. Get out of your comfort zone so you can really see that the worlds are more than just little issues and bickering. There's a mess of ugly out there, but my God, there's grandeur too.
I never knew you were that poetic. Or new cultures, new experiences can be deeply enriching. Or I think you're getting a little carried away. Or if they don't come, it leaves more of the galaxy for the two of us. Oh, that's pretty bad. I think he would want us to say that. Well, I'm gonna say
I
this.
thought of it that way. I want to be the code that finds something deep out there. Solomon got us here in a big way. I'd like to discover something that moves people. Makes them feel just a bit of what I feel when I jump systems. Not knowing what's next.
You always surprise me. Or that's what Constellation's all about. Or be real careful what you wish for. Or I could listen to you talk like that for hours, handsome.
Then you are a glutton for punishment.
Jeez.
But I do love the way you listen. Yeah, it's funny, as much as Jacob, my dad, cashes in on the family name, he's got no adventure in him.
That's a good
And I
point.
get it. It's dangerous, sometimes scary out there. But that's what exploration is. Going off the map and seeing if there truly be dragons.
Jacob has none of that co-family spirit in him then. Or we should get back to it. Or here's to discovery, Sam. Well, that's that.
Not one drop. He's always been about making deals, keeping goods moving. Despite his many, many flaws, I think deep down, he is trying to do good for Kilo City.
Clearly.
But if you're gonna be name-dropping Solomon all the damn time, you should act a little more like him.
Alright, here's to discovery.
I couldn't ask for better company.
Well, this is going well. Alright, let's check out this out. You know what? Let's save just to be sure, and let's encourage this guy to bring
I
up the
still have
report.
that full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou. Do you think I should send it or not?
I don't think he should, but let's try it.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I can't allow Brayson to run this company into the ground. Hey, look, thanks for helping me out with this. It's been on my mind for a long time. If there's anything else you need, any questions at all, feel free to ask. Thanks for taking the time to talk.
Next time we come in here, he will not be here. I think that's what'll happen.
The way things are looking at Generdyne, might be time to polish up my resume. No time to chat.
All right.
Oh, look who's got a Laredo gun. Welcome to civilization, cowgirl.
All right.
Haven't met our CEO, Mr. Arata. Me either. He's never around.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment. What? I'm working here.
All right. I have a 2 pokes policy, so computer that we're not allowed to touch.
If you want to see how short my temper is, keep talking.
All right. Come on.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet.
Haven't met our CEO, Mr. Harada? Me either. He's never... Can't talk. I've got a deadline coming up.
Are you supposed to be here?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
Can't talk. I've got a deadline coming up.
Okay, they're all the same.
I'm working here.
2 pokes policy.
Are you supposed to be here?
Yes. Just trust me, bro. No magazines here either. Alright, as we slowly familiarize ourselves with all of the companies here. We're finally going where we're supposed to go. Celtcorp. Or maybe Keltcorp. Depending on how you pronounce it. Alright.
Lovely day for it. Again. Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression.
This is a bad time for you, I can leave. Or you have me confused with somebody else. Not exactly the greeting I was expecting.
Oh, my lord. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to Kelkor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst.
Why would Mr. Okadibo hire people to represent him? It's not a good way to treat a potential customer. Maybe I should have worn a name tag, or an apology isn't necessary. Let's go with the question first.
I'm not sure. I think he's afraid that I won't be here, and he'll have to deal with my father. Someone who has a lot less patience than I do. Just a few weeks ago, he paid some poor fella to come up here and request a bit more time to pay back his debt. That's why I snapped at you like that. I thought he'd done it again.
Apologies not necessary.
That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game.
What's the Neon Mining League?
It's a shop over in Akuchi Market. You know, the plaza next to Ryujin Tower?
Yep.
They sell all sorts of mining supplies and raw materials. It's a fine little shop, well stocked and immaculate. Mr. Okadibo is the owner. He's a lovely, lovely man, but his aspirations are one grav jump longer than his business instincts.
Yeah, no kidding. You don't strike me as the sort of person who's easily rattled, or I don't mean to pry into your business affairs, or it must be a hell of a mess to cause such a fuss.
If only you knew.
What are you cleaning
Mr.
up?
Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltcor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall.
Are you in charge of the Keltcorp Neon office?
For now, but let's not mistake my position for what it really is. A test set up by my father. He's set to retire in a few years, and I'm his only next of kin. But I'm guessing he's not sure if I'm ready to take over the company. So he shuttles me out here for two reasons. One, to flash a friendly face for our clients he flies out here as a perk. And two, gets his firebrand of a daughter as far away from him as possible. He's a real piece of work.
Why should I call you Chloe?
Because my father has a ridiculous sense of humor, and I can't stand the name Clover. I mean, seriously, Clover? Our family's Irish, for God's sake. I don't think he could have possibly been more on the nose with that name.
And Saltcorp.
Very funny, Dad.
Do you mind telling me more about your father?
Niall. Oh, he's the CEO of Keltcorp. The whole blessed thing. If you asked him, he'd claim he started the company with next to nothing and built it into a megacorp in under 30 years.
I still don't know what you do.
He tends to forget the multi-million credit trust he tapped into as a crutch. But that's my father for you.
Mind telling me a bit about Saltcorp?
We're a tech company that primarily specializes in mining operations. We handle everything from individual standalone units to fully engineered outpost systems. Basically, if it's made of rock, our gear chews it. Might not be as glamorous as some of the other corps in this building, but it pays the bills.
Maybe I could assist you in recovering Mr. Okadibo's debt.
You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you.
Sounds to me like he's taking advantage of your goodwill. Doesn't sound very corporate to me. It's kind of you to stick up for him in the first place, we'll say that.
Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you?
Are you personally involved with Mr. Okadibo?
That is a rather personal question, and I would prefer we kept things professional, if you don't mind.
Okay, so that answer is yes then. I'll just settle his debt right now. Or I prefer not to get involved, or I'll talk to him.
Oh, that'd be splendid. Just amazing. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise.
How did Mr. Okadibo rack up such a debt?
When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system. But it's clearly backfired. A poor man.
Well, you probably shouldn't have given them the loan. You probably should have found out what it was for and been like, you're trying to open a mining shop on a ocean world? And then not giving him credit.
Have a fine day.
Alright, is there anything else we can do with you, actually?
Something I can do for you, love. Tough city. You watch yourself out there.
Alright. Let's take that outfit. Oh my god. Misk. Hard luck. I want to look for this diary.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet. I'm glad I ended up at KeltCorp. Miss McKenna treats her employees like family. If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet.
I don't like the look of you.
I don't like the look of you either.
Save it for someone who gives a damn.
Wow, how rude. Let's see if there's any magazines around. Doesn't look like it.
Are you lost?
Are you?
Unless this is about mass purchasing some mining equipment, I'm far too busy to stop and chat.
Are you supposed to be here?
I'm glad I ended up at KeltCorp. Miss McKenna treats her employees like family.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
Alright, well, we found the diary. It's pretty easy. It doesn't look like it's...
Don't go causing trouble.
Gonna count as a steal. I have to admit, this business with Saburo is keeping me up at night. I can see how it's starting to wear on him, personally and professionally. Saburo is a good and honorable man. Pride will not allow him to accept my money. But what he doesn't understand is the game is rigged. Even in good times, variable interest rates are designed to landslide you. This is good advice, by the way. All I want is to give him a fair shake. I may not believe in every idea he has, but I believe in him. He just needs a financial partner who can offer some direction. Someone who has his best interests at heart. I won't lie, given my position, it may be a conflict, but my feelings for him aside, I really do want to help. Well, looks like we can use this computer. Shipping order status. Shipping orders in progress. Consolidated mining status in transit. Consolidated mining status pending approval. Six Sisters mining status processing.
What do you want to do for the break, Lieutenant?
Alright, we've talked to...
I don't know, but I gotta get out of here.
Actually, have we talked to...
Look, I've got a deadline coming up.
I'm not spending
What?
another break in my
I'm working here.
Cody eat with his mouth.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
One of those days, huh?
More like one of those months. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to Terabrew right now.
Yeah? I'll go with you. We can pick up an extra for Chloe if she asks.
Are you supposed to be here? I'm glad I ended up at KeltCorp. Ms. McKenna treats her employees like family.
Alright, let's talk to these two before they
I'll
get
take
out of
any
here.
excuse to get out of the office a bit. Sorry, I don't deal with customers.
I can't wait to go back to normal office hours. I'm hoping a stop at Terabrew will help kill this mood I'm in. I just gotta get out of the office for a bit.
So we've got a magazine here. Neon Knights number 3 permanently grants the recipe for the Chem O2 shot, which increases oxygen regeneration for a limited time.
Keep it moving.
Shut up. Don't make me slap you. Alright, we're going back. We're going up to Stroud Eklund Corporate.
Don't tell Walter, but his company can make a hell of a ship.
This is the Stroud Eklund business offices. We don't do sales here, if that's what you're looking for. I'm in the middle of some quarterly earnings analysis. Excuse me.
Maybe you're in the middle of some squirrely What the hell is going on with the...
Our office is open. Just try to keep interruptions to a minimum. Our office is open. Just try to keep interruptions to a minimum.
I do like visitors, but Stroud Eklund doesn't run itself. Feel free to look around. Stroud Eklund is the peak of ship manufacturing design.
What's your take on Neon's problems?
Oh, interesting question. Neon is the ultimate playground for people who have money, and that means we exhaust ourselves sabotaging each other. It's fun, but a huge waste. Stroud Eklund as a company doesn't believe in restraint, but sometimes I wonder if Neon's lack of a moral authority isn't hurting everyone. Even us.
And what does Stroud Eklund make exactly? Well, we know.
Originally,
Ships.
both the Stroud and the Eklund corporations made consumer goods. Anything and everything a person could want. But after my husband and I married and merged the companies, we decided to make our mark on interstellar travel. And now the brand is nearly synonymous with starships. I still get questions from reporters wanting to know just how we pulled that transition off. And my answer is always the same. Money solves everything.
Very anarcho-capitalistic of you. Hey, I know your husband.
Well, I should hope so. He and I are very famous.
No, I know him personally. Okay, it's kind of weird that that's not an option. You'd think it would be, like... Alright. So that's a reactor. What are we looking at here? It's just some plating?
Another day, another shift. Got a call someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Ugh.
Alright, let's go here.
Get lost, I have a job to do. Quit staring.
What? I'm working here.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet.
Can't talk. I've got a deadline coming up.
It's an honor to be a part of the Stroud Eklund team. Are you supposed to be here?
Alright, a computer we can't touch.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
People getting mad.
Whoa.
You know what? None of these people ever say anything. We'll give them one poke instead of two.
I could talk spacecraft modules all day, but I have a mountain of reports to complete. Are you gonna let me work, or are you gonna keep bothering me?
Alright, I think that's it for Stroud Eklund. No magazines. But we did just find a magazine, so I suppose it's not unexpected. Xenofresh Corporate. Xenofresh Seafood.
Ever run into spacers?
Yep.
Scumbags and scavengers.
Hello.
Like
How can I assist you today?
Away at the leftovers of the colony.
Is it true that Xenofresh manufactures Aurora?
The Freestar Collective has given Xenofresh Fisheries the sole right to fish chasm bass and use it to produce Aurora. If you care to sample some yourself, we have it for sale at the famous Astral Lounge. Although Aurora is our flagship product, we also produce a line of delicious seafood products as well.
What's it like to work for Xenofresh?
Xenofresh is the best place to work in Neon, hands down. The pay is good, the hours are respectable, and the company's profits are skyrocketing. We're fortunate that Administrator Bayu dedicates his time and brilliance to see our company excel.
All right.
Oh, try not to disturb Miss Grath. She's a busy woman.
No, we're just gonna bust in there and be like, hey, you're not doing anything important, right? What is this? There's another neon lights already. Grants the recipe for Adajack, which removes addiction penalties and grants a bonus to research. Well, if there's another magazine, does that mean that there's like one every other floor? Should we do the application?
Welcome to Xenofresh, the pride of Neon.
Working at Xenofresh is amazing. I mean, come on. Free Aurora? What other corp can beat a perk like that?
Come on.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet. Are you lost? If you're looking for Aurora, you're in the wrong place. Try the Astro Lounge.
It's a weird looking fish.
What is it?
She looks tired.
You're not a plate of croissants.
Plate of what?
Croissants. I had commissioned a special order of baked goods for our next board meeting. It's called sarcasm. Read the room, for God's sake.
Very perceptive of you to notice. I'm not sure how to react to that. Or this could be the strangest way of saying hello. There should be one. I've been found out. Very perceptive.
Then you're not... Oh, for God's sake. That foolish girl up front must have allowed you back here. I'm going to have a bit of a chat with her later. Look, I'm really quite busy. If you're not here on Xenofresh business, I'm going to have to ask that you leave.
Who are you?
My name's Libby Groth, and I am the CFO of Xenofresh Fisheries.
Okay.
And since I answer directly to Administrator Bayou, I hope you aren't here to cause any sort of trouble. The last thing I need right now are more protests and complaints to deal with.
What kind of protests do you have to deal with?
Everything under the sun, from unfair business practices to reported bad working conditions to the price of Aurora. We're the #1 most successful corporation on Neon, so we're obviously a huge target of opportunity for slander and false accusations. Everyone's looking for a free handout or a tiny piece of the massive success that we've accomplished. Well, I'll tell you the same thing I tell them before I have them escorted out. It's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Well, this has been a delight. We must do it again sometime.
Could find you some croissants. Whoa, who the heck are you?
I don't have time for this. Talk to my secretary if you need something.
Alright. Looks like there's nothing to do here. I do find it interesting how many of these characters
Is this really necessary? I have to be somewhere important.
have been planned out and have like unique lines and then nothing comes of it. It sort of implies that they're going to be like I'm gonna have to meet them later or something.
Talk, you'll have to schedule an appointment.
Can't do. Whoa! I'm working here.
Alright. Unlocked computer.
Can't talk. I've got a deadline coming up. No time to chat.
Alright, I'm gonna play with your unlocked computer here. Announcements. Press inquiries. To you all from Public Relations. We know that the press has recently... I've read this before. Quarterly update. I've read that before, too. I've read all of these before. Okay, let's go. I guess that's it for here. Oh, we could always do the job application. There are no current job openings. Please check back later. Why work at Xenofresh? Xenofresh Fisheries is the oldest and one of the most profitable corporations in Neon. That's why. The Xenofresh team is committed to excellence. We pay competitively, and we have career paths to suit every employee. Join us and join the future. Okay, so we have Slayton Aerospace. This is the last one before we get to the restricted section. We should probably just make sure that we can't go up to the restricted area. Oh boy. That just came up as hostile. Let us, save. Why are you hostile?
You have a question? You can chat with the receptionist all you want.
What is up with your face? Why are all of these
Welcome
coming up
to
as
Slayton
hostile?
Aerospace.
Alright.
There a problem?
Very interesting. Interesting that they come up as hostile.
Welcome to Slayton Aerospace. I'm afraid we aren't taking appointments right now.
Her name is Relay.
We're only taking meetings with our preferred clients at the moment.
Relay like Relier, right?
Not paid, yeah?
Alright.
Hoping to get a meeting? I've been waiting all day. It's ridiculous.
I hear Slayton's had some major layoffs recently. Never a good sign.
Slayton sure takes his security seriously. I don't know whether to feel safe or nervous.
Your company send you out here too? I don't see the point of face-to-face meetings with component vendors, to be honest. Glad I'm not the only one waiting around in this lobby. Hoping to get a meeting? Yeah, I've been
I
waiting
hear
here all day.
Slayton's had some major
It's ridiculous.
layoffs recently.
Alright. Cyberrunner Cypher01 adds a bankable auto attempt for hacking. Alright. How do we want to handle this? Maybe do this side first.
Slayton sure takes his security seriously. I don't know whether to feel safe or nervous.
Slayton utility key.
Your company send you out here too? I don't see the point of face-to-face meetings with component vendors, to be honest.
It's a nasty bathroom for such a prestigious tower. Ugh. I'm gonna save before I try to open that door. Executive level out access code. Interesting.
Get out now.
What? Whoa. What are you doing? Okay. Oh,
You
maybe.
have a question? You can chat with the receptionist.
Maybe
all
we
you
should
want.
get out of here. Yeah, let's get out of here. This is clearly part of a future quest. We don't want to spoil it. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. We've pretty much gone through the entire tower. In fact, I think we have. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. If you like this, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and I hope to catch you in the next one where we'll actually go and try to do some of these missions that we've accumulated. But, I mean, this is a huge place. At least we've done the whole tower now.
Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted.
But I mean, there's still 2 more entire floors of this place. There's
I know
the
your type. Freewheel and space age.
I forget what it's called, the Edge or whatever? Ebbside. Yeah, there's that, and then there's like the fishing platform down below. So there's so much to explore here, and it's going to take forever. But at least we've got this floor completely covered. Anyway, so yeah, in the next one, I guess we'll probably start exploring Ebbside, but I think I'm going to do this quest too. So yeah, I hope that interests you, and I hope you'll join me on that. Bye-bye.